Of course, chances are that you will not recognize the typical job titles in the military, but there are some billets or leadership positions that you will consistently see. So we're going to discuss a few of those right now. We want to make sure you understand that resume. On the enlisted side, you may see that they started out as a fire team leader. A fire team consists of 4 or less members, and the role of each fire team leader is to ensure that the team operates as a cohesive unit. This is the first step in learning small unit leadership. You'll see a lot of your enlisted applicants have something like this listed there. 2 or 3 fire teams make up a squad, led by a squad leader, which is another common billet. Squad leaders are responsible for anywhere from 9 to 13 troops, and this designation should stand out to you if you see it on a resume. Like mid-level managers in the private sector, squad leaders are responsible for training their teams, ensuring their administrative issues are quickly resolved, and then of course maintaining discipline and morale. These are young men and women who have a fair amount of responsibility at an early age. You'll also probably see that some of your applicants were platoon sergeants, which are similar to squad leaders, but more. They're typically responsible for 30 troops. So instead of one squad of 9 to 13, a whole platoon. Platoon sergeants are often the main conduit between the junior officers and the other troops. They are responsible for training the junior troops in every aspect of their jobs, and they are often the eyes and ears of the platoon. These are very important people who serve very important roles and responsibilities. They need to know what's going on with everyone underneath them, both professionally and personally, and that way they can be aware of and help resolve whatever problems bubble up. They often take care of these problems before they reach the officer level. These young leaders inspire those around them, discipline when necessary, and make sure the officers are aware of especially good work that's being done. They want to help make sure these people receive credit that's due. The officer leadership billet typically starts with a platoon commander. A platoon commander is normally in charge of 30 to 50 troops and personally responsible for several $1 million worth of equipment. They typically work very closely with the platoon sergeants. They are often responsible for developing their own plans for accomplishing missions, delegating work appropriately, and spot checking work. They spend a lot of time making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. They write operation orders, they conduct mission briefs, and plan, resource, execute, and assess training. They're responsible for the morale in their platoon, and they set the tone every day. And they are responsible for the professional development of their troops. We've already talked about some of that development, which includes ensuring that they're in good physical condition and up to date on all their required training. There are a lot of requirements, so this actually does take a lot of their time. A company commander has all those same responsibilities we just discussed and more, because he or she is typically in charge of 140 to 200 people. So 3 platoons typically make up a company. Company commanders are usually captains, and they enjoy a significant amount of responsibility. They're typically hand-selected for these positions from a senior leadership team, so they have to be invited to take this role. So, now you know a little bit more about some typical aspects of a service member's career path, including schools they've attended, positions they've held, and how their skill sets are often very similar to what you look for in leaders in the private sector.